Alright, what is up everybody? We are back with more of Avadon to the corruption here. So let's continue with our main mission here. You have reached the border region between the corruption and the unhealthy infected lands to the east. From this vantage point, you have a good view of the border. Trees and greenery to the east and dead wasteland to the west. The border of the corruption isn't stable. Sometimes it contracts and sometimes it expands. In this area, it is expanding. To the north, you can see a packed encampment, 2 wooden towers on tops of a rocky rise, keeping watch on the corruption. Nearly overnight, the wastes have expanded to engulf this camp, and they are sending tendrils of dead land beyond. A river flows from the east into the corruption. That rapacious wasteland will not tolerate anything that could sustain life. When the river hits the border, it breaks into streams. The dead earth sucks up the water and drains it away. Okay, so time to do some exploring. Again, that thing, I don't know what the intention of the design of these were, but that just looks like a big butt to me. Not gonna lie. Oh, I thought that thing was gonna spawn like a bunch of small ones like the other one did in the last part. So yes, in the last part, we did quite a few. We explored more of Monterey Bay Sea, did a couple missions really quick, and then yeah, and now here we are. It's definitely important that you train defense on your Tinker Mage if you're running them, so your Tinker Mage can automatically summon turrets. Okay, so these I'm not really worried about as much as far as like summoning turrets though, because they're the basic monsters of the area clearly. Okay, so we have Folker Spirit right here in the corruption. There is a worn old stone circle here. It's a work of the Wild Realm, but recently adapted to a different magical purpose. The table in the center, centuries old, has been surrounded by a magical circle. These circles are usually built on plots of land that, for whatever reason, possess innate magical energy. The Pact has tried to adapt this circle to its own purpose, perhaps as a way of watching or holding back the corruption. If the circle was adapted to in some way fend off the corruption, however, it's totally not working. You reach the center of the circle. This must be the place that Folker told you about in Avadon. The scrap of paper he gave you to read is still in your pouch. You stand in the circle and read the words on the paper. The parchment is crumbled and stained with tears, but you are able to make out the incomprehensible ritual it bears. You finish. It is quiet. Then you hear a rumbling, a long, low moan. The sound of claws burrowing through gravel, all coming from the west. Then coming over the rise, you see what you have summoned. Things have quieted down to the west. The corruption takes a break from spitting horrors out at you. This was the only result of Folker's ritual, or perhaps something good did come from it. You won't be able to tell until you see Folker again. Okay, well, I'm in no rush to talk to Folker anyway. I'm more focused on my main mission. And they would go after Yannick. Well, I'm surprised he actually didn't go for Yannick right there. Iron breastplate. Silver necklace. Okay, so we found one exit. To the northwest of the pack camp, you see a ruin. The buildings there were caught in the expansion of the corruption years ago. They have since crumbled and collapsed. There are tools and bits of twisted metal scattered on the ground. The buildings were workshops of some sort. There is an obelisk at the border of the settlement. You can't see the writing on it from here, but there is some sort of clan symbol carved at the top. You enter the scout encampment. You would guess that the corruption expanded to envelop it only days ago. And yet the caustic magic of this place works fast. A few plants and pots still live. Everything else is dead. The guards have fled. Horrors have moved in. Turrets were set up to aid in the defense, and the magic of the corruption has already turned them rogue. They turn to shoot any human that gets close. And they have a whole variety of these shredders, don't they? They would go for them first. Dagnabbit. That's why I love using turrets. I don't think that really matters if they're already focused on them, but still gotta take advantage when we can, right? Oh, dang it, I can't reach that. Dang it, I have to get closer just to hit that. Horseshoes, not the lucky horseshoe we got early on, but just regular. Okay, potion of speed, I'll take that. You enter the southern tower. The soldiers abandon it after the corruption engulfs the camp, and everything started cracking and crumbling immediately. You nudge the rug with your toe. It crumbles into dust. The faint smell of rot hangs in the air. Well, I'm surprised he's not immune to fire. Being an infernal bat. Oh, you punk. Okay, and the difference between this and Avadon is that as soon as you finish the fight, your characters, whoever got knocked out will get automatically revived, so that's good. You don't have to rely on resurrection scrolls. More vampire bats. Oh, dang it. I'm out of vitality. Let's do this and we'll do that. I didn't even realize. Oh, I actually could have cast the roar that Kalita has, but whatever. I like how these are called Infernal Bats, though, but their main thing is poisoning rather than fire, mainly. Because they are definitely not immune to fire. Doesn't even look like they're even resistant to it either. So that might just be an oversight. Packed papers. Alright, potion of battle. Oh no, I don't want that. Alright, just for consistency, we'll destroy these. You reach the center of the scout encampment. Everything is dead. The walkways are already crumbling. As a final insult, a bubbling caldera has opened up in the center of the training ground. It could expand and consume the towers any day now. The entrance to one of the two guard towers is to the west. A head pokes out of the door and sees you. A healthy human, still alive in the middle of these ruins. He waits for you to approach. Hurry! Get in! It's not safe! He ducks back inside. The watchtower has not yet been abandoned, but it will be soon. Four terrified guards wait just inside the door. Their supplies and weaponry are packed up, and they can depart as soon as the order is given. As soon as you pass them, they point bows and spears at the entrance, waiting for the next horde to crash through. Pools of blood and slime on the floor indicate that their fears are entirely reasonable. An archer says, "You're finally here? We've been waiting for relief for days. Wayetta is waiting for you upstairs. She needs your help." Okay. There are four soldiers upstairs, two archers keeping watch through the windows, a sick Hulklanen watcher lying on a pallet and moaning incoherently, and a sorceress who is tending to him. When he climbed through the trapdoor, she runs over to you. "Relief! Finally! I am Wayetta. We've been holding out here for days. We would have left by now, but..." The watcher on the pallet moans again. Watcher Ibu was attacked. He can't be moved. I have been sent by Monitor Base C. Well, it's about time you got here. The corruption expanded to enfold us a week ago. We lost the South Tower. We've been holding out here. Why didn't you come here to rescue us sooner? I came from Avadon. I didn't know anything about you. Wait, you're a hand? You mean Avadon is actually helping someone? And doing it before the proper army did? I would laugh if I still could. Monitor Base C knew nothing of your problems. Really? That means that the scouts I sent too, She stares silently at the floor. When she looks back up at you, she softly says, "The corruption must have taken them. Curse this place. Why didn't you leave sooner?" She looks down at the Watcher. He was attacked by a specter. He was struck ill and we couldn't move him. Wyatta sits by Ibu and tries to cool his forehead with a damp rag. Ask me what you need, then we need to help him. He could fail at any moment. Tell me about the Watcher. What happened to this camp? We were engulfed. We were positioned just outside the corruption. With spy glasses, we could watch it, looking for activity. Then the zone of death expanded and surrounded us. The horrors followed soon after. It just expanded? As simple as that. We could sit and watch it happen. About 3 feet a minute was our best guess. The earth dried out. The plants died. The corruption sent out tendrils and then consumed whole chunks of land at a time. Why did it expand? Why? Friend, let me give you some advice. Never look for order or sense when dealing with the corruption. Were you attacked? Yes, where the waste comes, horror follows. The specter visited us after a day. Other horrors follow soon after. We hold up in the tower while we try to figure out what to do with Ibu. Tell me about the Watcher. Wyatta looks down at the unfortunate soldier on the pallet and shakes her head. The day after the corruption engulfed us, a specter appeared in front of this tower. It just stood there and waited. Eventually, Watcher Ibu went out to greet it. He was our commander, and the thing seemed to want to parley. A specter? That is the best word I could think of for it, she thinks. Though I have heard tales of things called zephyrs, talking ghosts that walk the waste, I never believed in them. Now I am not sure. What happened then? Curse our foolishness. To think the corruption would actually deal fairly? It and Ibu talked for a time. I don't know about what. Then Ibu shook his head. Then the specter reached out. It was so fast, it struck his hand into his chest. When it emerged, it was holding something. Glowing. Then it floated away. We want to hunt the thing down, but we don't have the forces. If you want our help, help us. Find the thing. Figure out how to heal Ibu. Where did the specter go? It floated off to the southeast. That is all we know. We tried to give chase, but the horrors entered our camp minutes after the shade fled. You think the specter can help? I don't know. If it can't, there is no hope. None of our magic has helped them. You are from Kalendario, but you help a Hulk London? She looks truly offended. Yes, our people have their differences, but you think I would abandon a fellow soldier because of the madness of a few northern traitors? I hope you have more faith in the spirit of the pack than that. Open arms within. I will go hunt that specter. Wyatta is relieved. Thank you. Please hurry. I fear there is no time to spare. You met a soldier named Wyatta in the scouting camp north of Monitor Base C. Her superior, Watcher Ibu, was stricken after being attacked by one of the corruption shades. The specter floated off to the southeast. Chase it and see if you can learn what happened to Watcher Ibu. Don't delay. He doesn't seem like he'll live much longer. Okay, so we can explore the other stuff later. Let's just do what we can to help him. Okay, so we have Ibu's spirit down here. Ah, great. Ah. Let's get the loot here. More loot here, including a healing potion. As you walk down the path, you start to hear whispering. Soft words just at the edge of perception. The farther you walk, the louder the whispering gets, and yet you can't make out what is being said. Alright, we'll do another power specialization boost. Which one do I want? At level 3, also causes the Blade Master to regenerate for a brief time. We'll do that. At level 3, adds 5% per level chance for attacks to also hit a nearby enemy. Alright, let's do that. This grotto is littered with bones and skulls, the hideous trophies of the horror lurking here. It is a shade, the translucent figure of a human being, or a bad copy of one. The limbs are twisted and mismatched and the face is warped. The parody of a ghost of a proper living thing turns and looks at you. The whispering that has been tormenting you since you enter the glade finally resolves into comprehensible speech. A new one comes to be taken, comes to be part of us. You are welcome. Die, horror! Yes, you will fight. You will be weakened. Then comes the claiming. The shade drifts forward, the babble grows louder, it makes it extremely difficult to concentrate. Zephyr points a finger. The whispering grows soft, lulling, convincing. You don't understand what it's saying, but you do know that the words are commands, which must be carried out. Wherever the Zephyr walks, the grass and moss dies under his feet. The creature carries the corruption wherever it goes. As you watch in horror, the air starts to warp around it. A nasty bit of the corruption appears next to it. Well, screw your charm. How about we just remove that then? Oh, it's immune to acid? Whoa, okay. Okay, it is resistant to ice even though it's not immune. Yeah, I should have summoned the snare turret to kill this, though, to be honest. Is this also the Zephyr we're looking for in the quest that Secret Machi gave us? I wonder why it didn't appear on the map already, but then again, I guess you have to do with the quest for Watcher Ibu to even see it. A final blow tears the insubstantial matter of the Zephyr in half. As it fades away, you hear, failed, free, lost, free, lost, aye. And then there is blissful silence. Where the Zephyr was, all that is left is a glowing wisp of light, about the size of your fist, floating at waist height. It doesn't seem malevolent. You hold out your hand, the wisp floats towards you and takes up a position bobbing near your shoulder. It is a delicate thing. Little motes of light slowly peel off of it and fade away. When it is near your head, you sense that it wants you to go to the encampment to the northwest. Very quickly. Okay, well, it did drop a ring here. Okay, I don't use spears. I will take the ring. We'll put that on Yannick. Yeah, it's all hostile enemies, but I don't want to be delayed in any way. Because I don't know how much time can be wasted on this, so... Let's just get back to the camp real quick. We can definitely explore the rest of the area, though, before we move on. I found a shade to the southeast and destroyed it. This has been following me around since. You hold out your hand. The wisp floats out and perches on your fingertips. Wyatt says, "What? What is that?" And then it floats down toward Ibu. There is a glowing light. The glowing light sinks into Ibu's chest. There is a long, tense silence. The Watcher opens his eyes and looks up at you. Wyatta? What? What happened? Wyatta looks like she is about to faint with relief. She looks at you. Thank you. I think there is hope now. I also think we can finally leave this horrible place. Do you still need my help? If so, I would be happy to aid you. I am looking for a woman who may have crossed into the corruption. Have you seen her? You helped us. I am happy to help you in return. Yes, and we saw her alone, dirty. She was stealthy. Didn't get many glimpses. We didn't think much of it. Why not? Because she was heading alone into the corruption, walking toward Monitor Base D. She marks this location on your map. She might be able to get help there if she survives the trip. except that she won't. Not alone. Can you tell me anything about Monitor Base D? You came from Monitor Base C, right? Like that, but bigger and newer. Better defenses. I don't know anything about what they have been doing lately. We don't get a lot of news out here. Now, please excuse me. We have much to do. We need to leave this place or die. Okay. At level 3, turret can also occasionally spray razors. At level 3, has a chance that your blade will squirt acid onto your foe. Not that it really matters because we don't even use a blade, but whatever. At level 3, increases the area effect of the day spell. At level 3, adds a chance that the flames will cause a critical hit. Okay. What? Wyatta has taken command. She shouts orders at the soldiers, telling them to prepare for withdrawal. They are grabbing packs and get ready for a hard journey. What are you doing now? We are leaving as quickly as we can. We've been lucky to live this long. We will walk east to Healthy Lands, then south. I wish you a safe journey, and I thank you for the help you gave us. Watcher Ibu looks up at you. Who are you? Wyatta says, the soldier who saved you. They tracked down the Spectre and... I don't know what just happened. They healed you. That's all. Ibu smiles weakly. Then I owe you a drink, stranger. Later. I can barely move. I am just waiting now to be dragged to safety. Heavy luggage, I am. You were very sick. So they tell me. I don't remember a moment of it. Not even a dream. What attacked you? I think it was a Zephyr. Heard the stories, never saw one. It talked to me, then it touched me. I felt so cold. And then I woke up here. So weak I can barely move. What did it say? Oh, I wish I knew. I only remember one thing. It wanted me to do something. It said if I refuse, it would claim me. I'm guessing that I refused and was claimed. There is something I need to know. Wyatta rests her hand on your arm. Watcher Ibu needs to rest as much as he can before the journey out of here. I will help you if needed. Ibu smiles. Don't argue with her. I've tried. Thank you for saving my life. From this vantage point, you have a good view of the corruption to the west. Mile after mile of dead, blasted land. Kalia leans on a windowsill and looks out over the waste. The Kava and the Wild Realm waste time bickering over the contested lands, while this threat lurks on both our borders. What a waste. What foolishness. Okay, that one device is good. Okay, so let's go ahead and explore the rest of the area. And then we can move on to our main mission. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that we took care of the Zephyr that Machi was looking for, but the reason why we couldn't see it or couldn't find it is because see it on the map is because if we could, then we wouldn't be able to do the Watcher Ibu quest. Okay, that's interesting. An open area here, but nothing there. Okay. Okay, locate another exit. And a bunch of these fools. Okay. One of the horrors you damage begins to transform. Its bones bend and crack, and its skin stretches and changes hue. The magic of the corruption warps it quickly and painfully into a new shape. The remade creature snarls and lunges at you. At least the wounds you inflicted are still there. Really? So it transforms into an imp. Okay. Oh, nice. So this is just an exit over here. I don't know what exactly entails possibly failing that and not being able to save Watcher Ibu, by the way. But I guess you just have to stay in the area and not leave. In order to make... If you leave the map, then... Or if you leave the area, or... Yeah, if you go out one of the exits, then he'll die, pretty much. So maybe that's how he dies. But I'm glad I saved him, so... Didn't want to dawdle anyway. Okay, so far so good. At first, the stone looked like a rocky outcropping. Then when you get close, you can see fake carvings in the side. Yannick walks over to inspect them. After a minute, he shakes his head. Very old, too worn, an interesting piece, but nothing to be learned here. Okay, there is a area down there. The obelisk has a large symbol at the top. It looks Staramite, but you don't recognize it. Looks like a clan symbol of some sort. The writing below the symbol has already been worked to illegibility by the sand and harsh winds of the corruption. Okay, so there's that. What's over here? Some of the defenses of this workshop are still intact. Years later, the turrets and mines to the north are still functional. They start to buzz and click when you get close. The turrets turn to point at you. Past them, you see a pair of huge oak doors set into the cliff face. Okay, so our Tinker Mage and our regular Mage are quite strong against the turrets and stuff, as far as disarming them. Or the mines in particular, since you have to be right next to the mines to disarm them. You reach the huge vault doors. They are thick, banded with steel, and held shut by several intricate locking mechanisms. Also, who knows how many traps. It is immediately clear that getting these doors open is far beyond your current capability. Okay. Well, unfortunate, but it is what it is. Alright, let's see what that trapdoor is really quick. Alright, we explored all we can except for this section. Okay, so I will go ahead and save the game right here, but I'll see you all soon with the next part.